Why is this taking so long?
Sir, can one jams one hype, sir? Big man is getting somewhat impatient, you get me? Incorrect! Apologise for the inconvenience of waiting, but manage expectations for the customer. The issue needs to be solved properly the first time round to save time in the future. Taking the time to solve the issue to the fullest extent is priority, because in the end it will save everyone more time. My apologies for the wait time, and thank you for your patience with this issue. To save you time in the future, we need to sort out any issue fully, so you can get back to enjoying hassle-free energy usage with us. Sometimes intricate problems take time. There is no problem with explaining this to a customer so they understand what's being done and can manage their expectations of time it may take. Though, if the problem persists, you can always proactively ask for feedback from supervisors, trainers, and managers for advice and extra training if needed.
Did you know that the back button went to the home page, not to the previous page that was actually there? And not the previous page actually viewed? It really ruins the customer journey. And overall, it's just a UI problem.
Yes, I'm aware. You have written to us every hour, on the hour, for a week, letting us know. We get it. Incorrect! In the instance of feedback, objectively good as well as bad, thank the customer for the feedback. It is better to foster a community feeling with our customers. In the future, it may be a great piece of feedback. If we weren't available to hear the not so good ideas, we would never hear the great ones. In this instance, describe the well-known problem to the customer because, to them, it isn't well known. We are here to help with the customer's journey with the company as much as dealing with any issue faced on the back of house stuff. Yeah, hi there. I just wanted to know, where do you get your renewable energy sources from? Currently, we use people in lockdown to cycle in place, like that one episode in Black Mirror. So you don't know? Yes. Incorrect! If you don't know something, then you don't know it. There is no problem with letting the customer know that you, in particular, as a human being on the other side of a phone call or email, doesn't know. There is a problem if you try to make up an answer that isn't right or you don't try and find out the answer. Life is about learning, and intricate roles like customer service have a lot of information to learn. The trainers, supervisors, and managers are on hand to help you learn the tools and information you need to get the job done. As long as you let the customer know you are finding a solution to their current problem, the customer will understand. Rah, 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 rah. Incorrect! Sometimes you're going to get an angry customer, whether you feel it may be justified or not. The key is to treat every customer with compassion and empathy. They have contacted you for help after all. It is important to hear the customer and let them know that they have been heard. If it is a fixable issue, then you will be surprised how a bad mood can be turned good with a calm solution. In the event of a harder problem that doesn't have a straightforward answer, there is a limit to what we as people can physically do. Our jobs are then to manage expectations of what we can do for the customer and not what the customer wants us to do. As long as the customer is safe in whatever situation they are in and not in any danger, an angry customer may have to remain angry with us. In the advent of an issue that isn't immediately fixable, or we can't physically do what they are asking of us, in this case all we can do is our best as an individual and a team to remedy any fault on our side. Share a difficult customer experience. I once worked in an underground jazz bar. Not like the music was illegal or anything, but the physical bar was underground. I had only worked there for a couple of weeks. It was my first proper bar job, so I was a little bit green around the edges. One day a customer came in that was slightly different type of clientele to the establishment we're all used to. I tend to try not to judge a book by its cover, so I treated said customer like everyone else. We got to talking, because literally that is half of the bartender's job, and the topic drifted over to race. In particular, my race. As a mixed race person from a white and Anglo-Burmese heritage, I look only vaguely Asian. If you close one eye and squint with the other, I could tell you that I'm from many different regions around the world, and you'd most likely believe me. Either way, when that came to light, the relatively amicable customer turned somewhat vile, arguing the validity of Englishness versus Britishness. So as to say, the situation escalated rather rapidly. As per usual, when race is brought up negatively, in a cultural melting pot such as London. The customer was quite literally foaming at the mouth with rage as I tried to de-escalate the situation. My supervisor at the time was rubbed the wrong way by the customer's comments and asked the customer to leave in a not too delicate way. Unsurprisingly, the customer was too irate to reason with, and two burly patrons helped get the situation up the very narrow staircase up to street level. On the face of it, that story doesn't really show me dealing with a difficult customer that much. What I had done, in turn, was accept the brunt of the problem and tell my team that I relied on to give me backup. Gave me backup. I also saved any other patron from potentially escalating the problem outside of my control. I was the first point of contact for someone looking for a problem. At times, that is the customer service representative's job, to be the protector of the organisation you are with, as well as to deal with your general duties too. Not everyone is going to be nice, and that's okay, with the support of your team. Like the overused anime trope suggests, with the power of friendship, we can do anything! That concludes the video portion of my presentation. Now, if you take your attention to the PowerPoint presentation.